Okay, so Tacha has been speaking about face disqualification so far, and she just basically said that the disqualification was justified, and it is practically what it should be. And like I mentioned, of course, in the past, that look, Big Brother has been pretty lenient this period, and I think that they wanted to bring back that Gbazbo's that Big Brother is known for, that's that fun and chaos. That's why they said do the most, okay, and so it does look like the housemates, went overboard. Coming from the last season that wasn't as interesting as this one, but of course, it does look like we're back to where Big Brother used to be before last season. Let's listen to what Tacha, who herself was disqualified during her own season, alongside Mercy Eken and the likes, also has something to say concerning the one and only Faith disqualification.
When Faith left the house.
Oh, what's disappointing about Faith leaving the house?
Well, you saw what transpired.
Okay.
For him leaving. So a lot of people have been.
Are you saying he should not have left? Because I think he should have left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because we did see the clips. I told you when I come on Twitter, I do see clips, and so when I watched the clip, and I don't know.
She was doing an interview at TVC's Breakfast.
I did see the clip, but like, what's it called? I think, what's it called?
The drag of the bucket.
A bucket or something like that was being dragged off the HOH. Do you understand? As much
HOH?
as you say respect is reciprocal,
Absolutely.
as much as you love to demand respect, when you can't reach your turn now, you know how can give respect. Do you understand? You have been HOH couple of times, and I know strict with the house. I'm not going to change your batteries. You have to come pick your batteries. Then now, with a woman being the HOH, at least as much as everybody else respected you, I think it does make sense for you to respect that office of the HOH. And I think it wasn't respected, just dragging it off. It can never be that deep, whatever they needed to do, whatever the tax was. I don't think it was that deep enough for that bucket to be dragged off and maybe even slightly giving her an injury or whatnot. But yeah, that's why.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you go into the house. There's a rule book. We do have our rule books. Yeah, we do have our rule books. You go through the rule books. You know what you can. You know you cannot in any shape or form be physical with another housemate. And if you are, I mean, the judgment is in Big Brother's hands.
When he was invited to the diary house, he was not that apologetic.
Do you understand? Because so also I did see that clip of the diary session, and I was like, is this before or after? But when I heard some things, when I heard him narrating what happened, I was like, this has to be after the disqualification, and it was still good. And that's the thing, like, for me though, making it into the Big Brother house, I did see myself as a winner. So in my head, I'm like, if I get evicted, okay, I'm still a winner. So maybe at the end of the day, he's looking at it from a point of he's good.
Oh, okay. So, maybe we can forgive her for the aspect of the part that where she was saying that the lady was the head of house. No, the lady wasn't the head of house at the time. She just finished her head of house. I think it was the last week. It was Jason. Jason was the her first head of house for the season and the last head of house for the season. All right. So it was him that was the head of house, not her. All right, at that moment. But aside that, it does look like she wasn't watching it. She didn't put her mind to it. Well, something I've also noticed with those who were disqualified is that they just want to not be part or associate themselves with Big Brother, Nigeria. But somehow you find yourself being described or being put in that cloak of Big Brother, because again, nobody knew you if not Big Brother. I mean, you don't have a national prominence. You could be popular where you are in Port Harcourt. You could be a big girl when you are in Port Harcourt, but no, someone in Kaduna, somebody in Sokoto, somebody in Karuna Muda don't know you, don't care about you. But as soon as you got to that TV and stayed just 1 week, you become a star. Everybody in Kaduna, everybody in Sokoto, those people that they never knew, even those in Port Harcourt that never knew you existed, now saw that you existed and you became important. You became a celebrity overnight. So yeah, sometimes some of these discord. That's why I would advise Faith. Okay, there's nothing that it is not that deep, frankly speaking, and you know be saying you look for the money. You are made. Okay, you're a doctor. What else? If they invite you for the reunion, go for it. Go for it. And I know he's going to do a lot better. Than most of this housemates. He's intelligent. He can do and undo. Okay, he's already a doctor, practicing doctor, so there is nothing to wait to say, okay, they find money to chop. But at least much more than that, he's keeping his winnings. And then the only thing again is, okay, for the fact that I'm still associated with these people. I mean, I got invited. I applied to be there. So if I didn't apply, I wouldn't be there. So I applied to be there, and I got in there. And like Tacha said, for you to even get in there, you're already a winner. You're already known. Well, what you do after this knowledge of you becomes the issue. Yeah, what you do after this knowledge of you becomes a big issue. So that is the reason why I say, by and large, he should return for the reunion, frankly speaking. So I don't know what you guys think about that, though. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Do you think that Tacha was right by saying what she said, being that she's also someone who was disqualified? And because I've also put on my opinion regarding this, I mean, there's no brainer. It's no brainer, keeping him in that show. As much as I like that he's intelligent, as much as I like that he's brilliant, as much as I like that he carries himself really well, there's no reason why, no matter how intelligent you are, you go scruffing with a woman or you go dragging with a woman. Anything that happens to that woman, I think they would see it from the premise of, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Nobody would see it from the premise of, she slapped you first, she held your neck first, she did this one first. And that is also not to say, because so many people will now be rereading or rerouting my thinking or what I have said. This is not also to say that I'm excusing women who are naturally violent. That is not to say that. That is not to excuse troubleshooters, women who are troubleshooters who on their own always want to foment trouble and think they can beat a man, and then they go jumping on the man and trying to do stuff to the man. Madam, that is not what I said, though. I did not say, oh, because women are soft or they are of feminine nature, if they cause trouble, you should allow them be or do something. No, that's not what I said. That's not the context of what I'm saying. You can't be a troublemaker and a troubleshooter as a woman with your spouse or your husband or your boyfriend, and now say that after all I said that anytime any problem is having, that the man should leave. So you go and start abusing him and start hurling curses, and then start saying, after he descends on you, you start saying, I said the people. No, people can defend themselves. So if somebody is bringing oil to pour me, or somebody is bringing something to choke me, I will not be here and start telling me, don't do anything. Defend yourself to that extent, and also be ready to prove it. Because again, at the end of the day, that is what's going to play out. In court, they will say, okay, you say this person wanted to enjoy you, this person wanted to do this to you. Well, how do you prove it? You prove it. Is it that there's a cut in your hand or something? You prove it, show it. I just said I should let this out so that nobody will not start misquoting me that I said, after all, men should not hit women or men should not struggle with men. But in that context, it's a different thing. Big Brother reality TV show is not life. It's not life. It's not human life. And there are no one issue that can be used for others. There may be underlying issues, for people's personal lives, but this issue, that the one that we watch, is totally different too. So let nobody come and misquote me and say, oh, after all, I said so. No, don't go and look for trouble and then come and start saying that I'm a woman. Don't do it though. I'm going to never talk my own.